Hey everyone, welcome to the Let's Play Destiny podcast. I'm Caty, and I'm here with my two favorite idiots who have no idea how to do an intro.
I'm idiot number 1, also known as Matt.
And I'm idiot number 2, known as Justin.
Let's Play Destiny is a YouTube channel dedicated to bringing full story missions and strike and raid walkthroughs, along with crucible matches, builds, tips, Easter eggs, trophy guides, and whatever else we can think of.
It's also for a really great cause, because if this thing takes off, any money made from advertisements or donations are going to go directly to animal shelters and help homeless animals find forever homes. I mean, animals are just really great in general, so I decided why not just use our time playing Destiny to help benefit those less fortunate than us.
And we've also decided to go ahead and do this podcast first to explain a bit more about how we feel about Destiny, the recent news. We're going to try and do this at least weekly, and to build awareness for this channel, and we really thank everyone who's watching the video right now. Thanks for coming out for our first time.
Yeah, so what are you guys most excited for about Destiny?
Everything? There's no way to choose just one thing. I'm excited for absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, especially after that reveal or that launch trailer today. It just kind of blew my mind, and just the space dragons and the arc blade and all that fun stuff. I'm just really excited for it.
Yeah, you and your space dragons, Matt. I got, what was that, 27 text messages that just said space dragons?
Okay, well, to be fair, space dragons are pretty fucking awesome, so you can't really blame him.
And they're also really important. Space dragons are really, really fucking cool.
You heard it here first, folks. Tumblr community. Dragons, space dragons, are incredibly important.
Damn right they are.
Yeah, they're the most important thing ever. And that's the reason why Destiny's going to get Game of the Year for space dragons. Even if you can't fight them or fly them, they're still in the sky, and it's pretty awesome.
I don't know, like you said earlier, space dragons, there's that dragon achievement / trophy for Destiny. And there's also a exotic weapon, I believe it's called Poison Dragon or something dragon. It's a weapon. It's got 358 attack power and a bunch of crazy attachments. And I wasn't sold on it before, but I really think that there is going to be space dragons.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I know it's not likely, but all I want is to be able to tame it and ride it. Fuck the sparrow, I want a dragon. I would pay extra money to ride a dragon.
Yeah, definitely pay money for that.
I don't think you're going to get to ride a dragon, Caty. I'm sorry. This isn't Skyrim. This is Skyrim 2.0.
Don't stomp on my dreams. I have to believe.
There is no believing.
I'm also really, really looking forward to exploring the different planets. Because I'm really sick of Earth at this point. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, Venus definitely my go-to. As soon as I was opening, I'm going right to the Explore for that. I don't care about the moon anymore. I don't care about Earth or Cosmodrome or whatever. I just want to go to Venus and just explore that, because it's just really cool how we could just explore a planet that we can't even step foot on in today's world.
I agree. That little preview that we got of Venus on the Shores of Time multiplayer map, if it maintains that aesthetic, I'm going to be pretty excited about having an actual explorable world, hopefully the size of or larger than old Russia. Because like Caty said, I'm a little sick and tired of old Russia, even if it's not fully open, as in the alpha and beta, but hopefully on release we have something interesting to do.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to going to the Reef and finding out more about the Awoken Queen, because Bungie's a massive tease about it, and I'm dying to know more.
Yeah, they're saying that she might be voiced by Jen Taylor, who also does the voice of Cortana, Princess Peach, and she does a couple of things for Ruby from Rooster Teeth. And, if she's actually doing that, that's really exciting, because I'm a huge fan of Jen Taylor.
Wait, Jen Taylor's in Ruby?
Yeah, she does a couple of narrations, I think.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
I thought
That
you
makes me
were
even
our
more
resident
excited.
Rooster Teeth nerd.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just didn't know that.
Come
I have no
on,
idea.
Katie. You're
I have
slipping up.
failed. I have failed you guys. I am sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
you really
ashamed.
have. Unacceptable.
I'll go sit in the corner now.
But no, I'm really excited for all of the... They have a ton of incredible voice talent coming to this game. Just, I think I figured out where their $500 million dollar budget came from.
No kidding.
Between John DiMaggio, or DiMaggio, however you pronounce that, Lauren Cohen, apparently, Jen Taylor, possibly, Nathan Fillion, whoever was
Peter
the...
Dinklage too.
Peter
Peter
Dinklage,
Dinklage,
yeah,
that
Peter
should've been the
Dinklage,
first.
that's... Yeah, I should have been thinking of that. Then there was another person from Firefly, I forget her name, and she was the Warlock Vanguard, I believe. And then
Yeah.
the Titan Vanguard is... What's his name? I'm blanking. Should have written this all down. But he was from Fringe, and he just has a phenomenal voice, and I love it. And
Lance Reddick.
there you go, Lance Riddick. Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
yeah. And Fringe is just a phenomenal show, and anything that Lance Riddick is attached to is good in my book.
And there's also separate voices for each guardian, for each gender, and each race. And we have no idea who's voicing those characters at all. We got a small glimpse in the beta. You know, they spoke a couple of lines, but it just wasn't enough to figure out who it was.
Yeah, definitely didn't sound recognizable. It wasn't like when I walked up to the weapon vendor and said, "Oh my God, Marcus Phoenix is talking to me right now."
Yeah, I'm really glad that they decided to do different voices for each race instead of just having the generic for female and male voices.
Yeah,
It's nice to have variations.
I'm glad they did that too, to avoid the Mass Effect thing, where everybody sounds the same, even though they have completely different, voice tracks or whatever. Anatomy. You heard it here first.
And Agent of the Nine, remember those strange coins from the beta? Everyone was like, "The hell do we do with these?" It's actually been revealed that those strange coins could buy exotic weapons and exotic gear. I think it's about 7 or 9. I would assume. I think 7. That would, Bungie. I'm pretty sure it's 9 though. It'd be cool, but you get to buy cool exotic gear, and we've seen a couple of those really cool helmets in the Venus trailer. We got to see Mask of the Third Man, which is my personal favorite for the Hunter.
Mine too. I'm ecstatic to get that.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of space blanket wearing nerds who want to be Splinter Cell with your three-eyed lights and all this nonsense.
You are just jealous because the Titans aren't as good as Warlock or as Hunters.
Oh,
Warlock sucks.
You said Warlock. Oh, God.
Somebody has revealed their inner self.
Oh man,
she's
I
a
was
Warlock
thinking
at
of more
heart.
lame ass nerds.
Space
And just kind of
nerd.
slipped. Whoops.
You're just mad because I can just punch people in the face and they die.
Well, I can knife people in the face, and it's so much more. It looks so much better.
Yeah, we get to throw our knife, and there's a couple of really cool perks that come with these helmets. Speaking of knives, and I'm trying to transition over to the arc blade here because, Mask of the Third Man.
With that thing.
I am. It actually decreases the amount of superpower your arc blade uses. It's one of the perks for that helmet, which is the reason why I'm going for it. Obviously, I'm playing Blade Dancer, and I get that unlocked.
But see, the cool thing that a lot of people are missing lately is that your subclass can get locked in when you say, hey, this is what I want this subclass to do. I'm not going to change it. And you get bonuses from doing that. But you can switch between your subclasses at any time.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. So you don't have... When people say, like, I'm going to play as the Blade Dancer, I'm just like, well, you're not being very situationally aware then, sir. You can do whatever you want at any point in time, and it's awesome.
I'm going to be mainly Blade Dancer just because I like the knife so much. I use it a lot anyways. but I'm definitely gonna switch between them. I mean, I'm not just gonna stick to just Blade Dancer or just Gunslinger or any certain class or subclass. I'm definitely gonna switch between them, but I think I'm primarily gonna play as Blade Dancer just because it looks so much better than Gunslinger.
The Gunslinger definitely has its advantages over Blade Dancer. I mean, there's also a helmet. I forgot the name. I can't even pronounce it anyway. Actually grants an additional shot, which you take 4 players. So that's 4 out of 6 players you can take out with your golden gun. And it's not situational like the Fist of Havoc or the Nova Bomb where they all have to be bunched up and you use it. So you use it and then you got some more time. And it's perks where you unlock extra throwing knives and perks where you kill people with a throwing knife, you get more time with your golden gun, so essentially they can last for a long time.
But why would you want to throwing knife somebody when you had a golden gun?
What if they're weak? You don't want to waste your bullet on them.
Yeah,
Just throw
exactly.
your knife. And you get 2, so if you miss, throw it again.
We can be really harsh on Gunslinger, but to be entirely fair, we only played to level 8, so we didn't get a lot of the good upgrades we can get or the armor that helps it. So
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm totally...
It'll probably be better once we play more and we get above level 8, finally.
Yeah.
So my opinion might change, but for now, I'm still probably going to stick with Blade Dancer.
I'm interested to see how Blade Dancer turns out, because we saw in the Crucible trailer that it has a wave attack.
Yeah, it has a shockwave.
I'm wondering how that gets activated and how much range it has. And I'm also wondering how vulnerable you are with Blade Dancer activated, because I know as a Titan, we're the best. When you're doing your Fist of Havoc, you gain an insane amount of damage threshold. I literally think I got shot in the face with a shotgun mid Fist of Havoc, and had other people shooting me with assault rifles, and took out 4 or 5 guys in a single smash. And I'm curious to see if a Blade Dancer, running around with his glowing blue blade, is going to get shot in the face and die. Because that's kind of what happened to a lot of hunters who tried to pull their golden guns on me. They were like, they stop for a second and they wave their golden gun around like, haha, I'm going to shoot you. And I was like, well, you're already dead and you don't have a super anymore, so that's for you.
And that's the thing I like about, there's a perk for the Blade Dancer called Hungering Blade. In that trailer you were just talking about where he shoots a shockwave out, his health actually regenerates. So every time you get a kill with it, your health regenerates. Like, I know hunters are a little more weaker, like armor-wise and health-wise, but they have a chance to gain their health back if they get kills with it. High risk, high reward type of thing.
Now, is that a health comes back instantly, or it just starts the recharge?
Instantly. It came back instantly. He killed 2 people and his health went up. He was able to blink strike the 3rd remaining space nerd, aka Warlock, and kill him. So he took out 3 people with 1 shockwave and a blink strike.
Huh. Now I'm wondering if blink is the hunter's different version of the slide when he unlocks it. Because if it's a double jump, I don't see how that would work. But if
the
they
Warlock
just change
gets it too. The Voidwalker, they get it too.
I feel like it's
for
just going to
hunters-
be what the slide is instead of sliding.
For hunters, the melee
Seems
is
like it should do
strike.
that.
It just it says it's a powerful melee attack with extended range, so I don't think it has anything to do with sliding.
Oh no, there's
It's just
the jump ability blink. Instead of triple jump,
Yeah.
it completely, you just teleport. I don't know how that's gonna
Yeah.
work. Like, you just look in an area and just jump twice and you
I
go
have
there,
no idea how
or
that'll work.
there's
Well,
been some
If
clips of it, but it's hard to figure out like what it looks like from the first person point of view. They haven't shown that yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't name their character Corvo Atano when they have the blink capability, I'm going to be a little disappointed in them.
So, you think there's going to be like some cut and paste going on with the PvP and builds at all? Like, you think everyone's just going to be a striker, Titan, or you think it's going to be pretty varied?
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be pretty varied for PvP, especially for me. I know I most likely will not touch the Dawnbreaker or Ward of Dawn, whatever I think the super's called Ward of Dawn. I don't remember what the subclass is actually called.
Defender.
Defender? Okay, so we have Defender and Striker. I know I won't touch that for PvP. I will most likely be using it for raids. I'm interested. I never tested it, obviously, because nobody could switch their subclass. If you have your supercharged, can you switch your subclass without losing your charge? That would be interesting. If you had,
I don't know how that would work.
because if you knew you were coming up on, say, a difficult area, and switched to Defender instead of Striker, and to defend things as a Defender, wow, Captain Obvious over here. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if you did not lose your supercharge. But for PvP,
I wonder if it transfers over. Like, if you have it charged, it's charged with both subclasses. Or if it's going to be each subclass has its own super that charges individually.
I kind of hope it does transfer over, because I know I switched to grenade types a couple times in PvP games, and it didn't make me recharge my grenade. Obviously, that's a grenade and not a super, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see on that one. That's something.
No, I have a feeling it might be really similar to switching special weapons, like you lose your ammo if you switch from a shotgun to a sniper. Might be really similar for supers. Might not, because those are time dependent, so it takes time to recharge those. It'd be kind of BS to have to wait for it to recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out how all of this switching works.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if it didn't. Like, normally I think about balancing, and I don't want people to change the strategy so fast that you have no way to adapt to it. But I can't think of how switching between the two available supers would really make that big of a difference in PvP, so I wouldn't care. But if they were worried about it, I mean, the simple thing to do would be, if you're in PvE or in a raid, it doesn't drain your super. If you are in PvP, it does.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Speaking of the raid, I am so excited for this. I don't know. I can't wait. I kind of want to rush through to get that high just to play it.
Just to get killed. I just love the fact that that it's a AAA title, one of the most expensive games in history, and top selling IP, new IP, pre-ordered IP, sorry, in GameStop's history at least. And they have something that's really difficult, and it punishes you for failing. I think people are going to go in and think it's going to be a walk in the park. They're just going to get shut down instantly. There's a lot of armor and weapons specific for that, so you really got to decide what you're going to wear going in. Like, there's some gauntlets that you generate orbs of light if you kill an enemy type in the bolt of blast. Like, it's real specific for the raid. So I guess working towards those, it's going to be most time consuming. Everything's built for the raid, and you get cool stuff for the raid to go play at Iron Banner.
Yeah. Another thing I'm excited for, speaking of which, is to see the strikes on other planets / moons. Because the Devil's Lair was fun the first 15 times, and the 700th time I played it, I was like, can I please do something else now?
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. Just after the alpha and the beta, I don't want to play it anymore. And
I'm done. I give up. You can have it, Sepix. I don't fucking care anymore.
If you look at the activities, there's the Nightfall strikes. There's a Devil's Lair for Nightfall. So I wonder how different that's going to be. If it's going to be the same strike with just different rewards, or if it's going to be different in any sort of way.
What Night Strike is, or not Night Strike, Nightfall. Sorry, what Nightfall? Same fucking thing. It's essentially just like daily challenges and weekly challenges. So you get like Nightfall story missions and Nightfall strikes. They have arc damage just less, so you better use the solar build for one of your characters instead. Like the daily ones you can do by yourself, but the weekly Nightfall challenges you'll need a full fire team to get through it. And the rewards are better, and they're really time specific. Like you could do it in a day or do it in a week.
And that is interesting, but I thought that they said that the Nightfall ones would also might go over the level cap. where the
Yeah,
enemy
they go over the
difficulty
level
would
cap too.
be different. Um, but going back a little ways to the Devil's Lair, did you guys play? We played in the alpha and we played in the beta, but towards the end
Yeah.
of the beta, they did tweak it after the maintenance. They tweaked the way that loot was distributed, and you actually did end up getting loot every time you played the strike after the maintenance, which I thought was a great idea, because
Yeah.
especially playing it for the 700th time and not getting anything, it was infuriating.
Yeah, it's nice to get more stuff. It makes it more, I don't know, it makes you more willing to play it. Because
Yeah.
even though you played it 1,000 times, it's better once you get better rewards.
I agree, because even if I'm gonna immediately scrap the stuff for Glimmer, like at least I got something. It wasn't
Yeah,
like,
Well, at least
oh,
you're getting glimmer from it. I mean, it's like a guaranteed. You get a helmet and a gun. Like you get a piece of gear, you get a gun.
mhm.
Good to go. I mean, instead of playing, you get like a pair of shitty ass boots you're not gonna ever use. Like, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can still break them down for material. Like, even if you don't plan on using them, you can get glimmer and material to get other weapons and armor and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's pretty useful even if you don't like what you get, which is something I'm excited about.
The only thing I didn't like about strikes in general was, or in the whole game really, was the leaderboard / stat screens at the post game boards.
Yeah,
Like,
for the
I
I
don't-
don't know if Xbox has that, but PlayStation definitely had it.
I'm talking about like afterwards, not the little thing that says
Oh.
like, so and so got this score on
Yeah,
the
okay,
app.
I
I'm
see.
talking about at the end of the strike, it'd say, you know, Justin has a 2.63 KD or whatever against so and so enemy. I don't
Mhm.
care what my KD is against a bunch of AI. I'd like to
Yeah.
see how much damage output I did to the main boss, to the secondary boss, so the Devil Walker, Sepix. I'd like to see
Yeah,
how
that's
many.
something I really liked about Halo. Like, I know I've only played one Halo game, but at the end of each level, it would tell you what you did the most damage to, like how often you did certain things. I really would like if they put it in there.
Yeah,
I can understand if they didn't, because they're already being compared to Halo so much, but it would be nice to see.
Yeah, but I was surprised because Bungie came from Halo. This is true, but I thought of it more as Bungie games have a huge stat screen. They're incredibly detailed, and they went from the Halo ones where it's like you got in PvP or in campaign or whatever. It says you got 6 double kills, a headshot, a sniper spree, whatever, to literally just your KD. It doesn't even say how many deaths you actually got, and here's your one weapon that you might get in PvP. And I don't know. I feel like that would be my biggest, smallest nitpick, I guess. It's like a little detail that makes a big difference to me. And I feel like a lot of people coming from the MMO RPG scene like to see those stat numbers as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, those stats are very important. I don't know why they didn't include those in the stat screen at the end of each match.
I really hope they'll include it, even if it's not at launch. I would just like to see it. I care way
It'll
more
be
about
implemented.
the
I think
damage.
they're sorry. I think
That's
they're trying to
okay.
implement. They're trying to implement or trying to make people use the companion app more because that has a lot of stats on there too. But it's like I don't want to open on my phone. I'm already looking at a big ass screen. Why the hell do I want to look at a tiny screen to see what the hell I did? Like, just show me there.
I'm already using the companion app a lot more than any other game app I've ever used, but I've literally never used it to then go look at my other stats that I'm trying to look at on the game. I think options are always the best thing, so I want to be able to do both. I want to be able to look at my full stats on the game and on the companion app. I don't even know. It's the smallest, biggest gripe for me, and it's weird.
Yeah,
No, it's not weird at all. It's not weird at all.
I
It's
completely agree.
perfect.
Well, on that note, we should probably wrap things up. We really appreciate you guys listening to our first podcast. It means a lot to us, and we will see you next time.